My behavior's unacceptable, so condescending, unnecessarily critical. I have a tendency of getting very physical, so watch your step, cause if I do, you'll need a miracle. You train me, try, make me wonder why I'm even here. The double vision I was seeing is finally clear. You want to stay, but you know very well I want you gone. Not fit to fucking tread the ground that I'm walking on. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up.
Welcome to another American River College Athletics broadcast brought to you by Stones Radio Networks. Coming to you live from beautiful campus of American River College in Sacramento, California. Today's game is sponsored by United Rentals, Ace Body and Towing, the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, Grateful Bread, Super Taco, and Taylor Builders. To get you ready for today's matchup, let's send it up to the booth to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe, to bring you all of today's action.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Hutchinson Gym on the campus of American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. Mark the Phantom Lowe here. Stones McCoy behind the controls for this basketball matchup. Big 8 Conference, American River against Diablo Valley. And Zach Lowe was with me again, my broadcast partner. And Zach, you gave it a try the first time and said, hey, why not try it one more time?
Yeah, if you'll have me back the second time, of course I'll come back for this time. Going to be a fun one right in the meat of the Big 8 Conference. A lot of playoff implications on the line. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we have a couple of teams with American River 6-6 in conference, Diablo 6-5, and you figure in the conference, the Big 8, you want to finish in the top half of the conference to have a chance to make it to the playoffs. And so this one, a huge game between these two. We've got the starting lineups going now. And the other thing I wanted to mention to you, Zach, before we get started, last time these two teams played, it was a big win for the Vikings down at their home court. They won it by 31. But what they did is they out-rebounded the Beavers by 20 rebounds. And you've been on a team, but when you were at Shasta, you were not a tall team. You were kind of like medium average or a little bit below. So when you're coming into a game where you know you've been out-rebounded, what can you do to try to lessen that a little bit?
Well, the funny thing is about rebounding, and it's what I always say, is it is the only time on a basketball court you can be as selfish as you want. Rebounding is the only stat out there where you can. It's all about you.
Right.
You can go be selfish. Go grab the ball. That's you. So I would just say it's a mindset, and it's a thing that the whole team has to do collectively as a mindset. It's not just something you could turn off and on. It's something that you got to buy into on a night-to-night basis, and it's all effort. Rebounding is all effort.
Starting lineups from Diablo Valleys, we're just about ready to tip this one off. Number 2, Kai Curry. Number 5, Lorenzo Pardo. Number 11, Ben Telez. Number 20, Michael Wood. And number 31, DJ Evans. And for the hometown Beavers, they're going to start Micah Johnson, number 1. Jay Burgess, number 2. Ivan Soto, number 3. Number 11, Evan Burgess getting the start tonight, along with number 21, Nick Graves.
And another point on your rebounding, AR is starting a very small lineup out right now. So we'll see what the plan is here and if they can all rebound as a 5-man unit.
Yeah, Kobe Withrow Bass, who usually starts in the post, he is on the bench. He's here, but he's on the bench to start this one. Evan Burgess taking the spot in the starting lineup. Evan with some big minutes in the last couple of games, though. He's been on the floor for a lot, so we are ready to get going. Nick Graves is in the circle. He'll jump center against number 20, Michael Wood. And that will be run down in the backcourt by Kai Curry. Curry averages just 6 points, a couple of rebounds a game. Man-to-man setup for the Beavers. That looked like almost a travel there. Gets it to Wood underneath. Comes up. The right hand is no good. Micah Johnson gets it down, and then we're going to have a jump ball, so that will be the Beavers. And Zach, we see it right away, a contested rebound, and Micah Johnson, who averages 4.5 with just 6 feet, is the kind of guy who's going to have to step up tonight.
Right, and every single guy's going to have to step up. But defensive rebound takes all 5 guys crashing.
Pressure from the Vikings. Jay Burgess controlling against Ben Telez. Jay Burgess, 14.2 points and almost 6 rebounds a game. Nice pass inside to Micah Johnson, and he scores.
Just a nice slip screen from Micah Johnson on that one. Good pass.
Beavers like to do the backdoor. Didn't get a lot of the backdoor that game that we saw on Tuesday, but they like to run the backdoor. That's kind of a modified one right there. And the Beavers draw first blood here. They lead at 2-0.
Chin action from Diablo Valley.
Long 3, and that's Ben Telez. Ben averages 19 points a game, and he drained that 3.
The Diablo Valley running those 3 guards up front and 2 post guys in the high post as another back cut.
Another back cut, and Nick Graves puts it in. And Coach Irvin Anderson has seen about what he wants to see, and he's going to call the 22nd timeout. So we're a minute and 9 seconds in to go in this game. We've seen the rebounding. We've also seen more backdoor cuts than the Beavers were able to pull off in our whole last game, and that's what they really like to do.
Yeah, that backdoor right there was very good-looking one. The first one, I think, was a slip screen. I think Micah Johnson went to go screen for his guy to get open. And as defenders, when you're not together on that screen and you leave a space, the screener can just slip towards the rim in between the both of you and get a nice look. And then Micah Johnson is the one who did that. Very well coached.
And we talked about Ben Telesi averages 19 points a game. Michael Wood, who was the starting center, 9 points, 6.5 rebounds. DJ Evans is in the starting lineup, number 31. He averages 5 points a game. And Kai Curry runs the show, averaging 6 points and 2.5 rebounds. And that sets it up for the Vikings, who are 10-13 on the season, 6-5 though in conference play, so they're positioned well for a conference run. There's a wide open look by Evans. It's off the rim, no good, and it hits the standard up on top of the backboard, and so it'll be a Beaver possession.
And one of the advantages with this small lineup that American River has out there is it looks like they're switching every screen because it doesn't really matter if who's guarding who if they're all the same size, so they switch everything.
Nifty pass, got it to Soto over on the side. Ivan's going to take a 3, and it switches in. 11.2 a game and 40%, Zach, on threes for Ivan Soto.
Looked like he passed up a good look for a little bit worse of a look, but counts the same.
Yeah. 7-3 Beavers. One thing they did not do, Zach, last game was get a good start, and there's Stelez again from the corner. No good, though. This time run down by Michael Wood. Is get a good start, and they come up with a much better one tonight. All the way to the hoop. Kai Curry lays it in. So we're going to see, it looks like we've got quick guards on both sides here with Burgess and Curry. Jay Burgess working outside, works on Telez. Evan in the corner, still 12 on the shot clock. Graves is going to launch from 3. He thinks it's good. It's back rim, no good, and pulled down by Telez. Averages 3.5 boards a game. Good pass by Wood. Wood's going to be called for the offensive foul. It looked like there was a lot of contact there, and Graves went to the floor. A little bit late whistle, but I think the correct call on that one.
Yeah, this looked like 20 Wood maybe lowered his shoulder a little bit in that one. A little bit of embellishment by Nick Graves. He gets the call.
Maybe, but you had a referee. Usually when the ref's standing right next to him, I said, he was right there and saw the contact. So that's the first foul on Michael Wood.
Man-to-man full court pressure. Now it looks more like a zone pressure from Diablo Valley. 1-2-2.
Beavers using the 2-guard approach, and they get it back to Johnston. Open Soto. He's going to take another 3. He drains it.
When you get to the middle of that press and break it, usually you have a 3-on-2 or a 4-on-3 going the other way.
It's nice if you have a good three-point shooter that can spot out to that wing. And Soto with 2 quick threes, he has 6, and the Beavers lead 10-5. Burgess defending Telez out top. Now it's swinging out to the right wing. They feed it into Wood. He's got DJ Evans on the left side. It's going to be a little long. Good job in there by Curry.
Shot clock reset.
They reset, but they didn't hit the rim, so I don't know why. That's a 3-pointer right there by number 5. That's Pardo. So don't think I should have reset. Burgess dribbling into some. Nice job by Johnson. Soto now from the right side. That's also good.
I don't think Soto's hit the rim once.
No. He had a great game against Sac City the first time. He had 31 in that game. He's averaging a little over 11, and his shot has been pure 3 times here in the first 4 minutes. There's Telez from the left side. Hits the ground, no good. Graves with a real fine rebound. Nick with his head up coming down. He's got Evan Burgess. Feeds it underneath the Johnston. Spin move. Wood goes up. He fouls him, and Johnson gets it in. A potential 3-point play for the Beavers. And again, Zach, moving the ball around is always a key to the Beavers' offense, and they're always got their head up looking to advance it, looking for the open man.
And that's really beneficial, like I said, against the press. When there's guys flying at you, there's going to be open guys if you spread out on the front court once you beat that press. The way American River is playing on defense is I want to say like an amoeba. They're not very big, but they're switching everything and pressuring everything, fronting the post, just forcing Diablo Valley to work.
We're going to have a timeout from Diablo. They made a couple of substitutions. Marshawn Smith is in the game. Also, number 32, Elijah Keys. We're going to step away. 15:59 to go first half. It's the Beavers 16 and the Vikings 8. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
15:59 to go from Hutchinson Gym. Mark the Phantom Lowe here with Zach Lowe by my side, and Stones McCoy behind the glass. And so far, Zach Soto with 9, and Micah Johnson has 5. He averages 8, so he is already got more than halfway there. But it's the Beavers' defense so far that's held Diablo Valley to just 8 points. Elijah Keys, a jump shot. Back rim, no good. Evan Burgess comes in, knocks it loose, and Soto picks it up. So there you go with your team rebounding concept. Everybody gets involved. It takes 5.
Yeah, Micah Johnson had the box out on that point, and Burgess just kind of poked it
Soto
out.
lets one fly. That is off the rim and over the backboard.
As a fellow shooter, when you see 3 go in, if you have a decent look for a 4th, you're probably going to shoot it.
Yeah, and probably that's what they want you to do. That's what your teammate wants you to do, as long as you're riding that hot hand. Exactly. So Kai Curry in the backcourt. Number 1 is Marshawn Smith out of Weston Ranch. He's in the game. Telez from College Park. Evan Burgess is defending Elijah Keys in the key there. Great job double teaming. Telez. There's Marshawn Smith. 3-pointer. Looks good it is.
In American River, since they have that size disadvantage, they're fronting the post, forcing that pass to the post be over their heads and relying on a backside defender.
Evan Burgess up, no good. Going high is Lorenzo Pardo. Good-looking shot. Kai Curry goes all the way, gets rid of it at the end. Nice move in there by Keys to lay it in. (16-13). Nice pass to Burgess. He's going to go all the way to the hoop, lay it up, and it is out. In and out for Jay Burgess. Have to be impressed, though, with the way the Beavers are moving the ball against this press.
Yeah, as soon as you get that ball to the middle, you turn your head and get downhill. There'll be guys. You saw Soto over there in the corner. He'll be there. He'll have looks all night if they keep this press up.
Burgess made the right move. He just didn't make the shot. And there's Smith again, works inside, no good. And he gets his own rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds by Evan Burgess.
Only one Beaver down there on the defensive rebound. It was Graves.
Keys and Smith are tough inside. Here comes Makai Morris for Evan Burgess. Makai from Capital Christian High School averages about 5 points a game, almost 6. 2.5 assists as well in limited time. And that's going to be a 5-second job. Good job by the Beavers, Zach, but it looked like maybe the Vikings could have got that one in. I kind of waited a half second too long.
Yeah, I mean, we could only see from over in this angle, but it looked like number 5, Pardo. It seemed like he slipped that screen really well as the Beavers were overplaying.
Kobe Withrow Bass is in for his first appearance. Soto's pass is knocked down. He finally gets it across to Johnston. Johnston trying to think of to get into Kobe Withrow Bass. Skips all the way around right side to Morris. 10 on the shot clock for the Beavers. There's Johnson. He's got an open look. Feeds it to Kobe. Kobe, nice pass to Burgess, and they get Soto the open look from the left side, and he drains it. That, my friend, is teamwork right there. They were trying to get it to one guy and one guy only, and it didn't matter how many guys had to touch it to get it to him.
Yeah, ball went from left to right, swung around a few times, get it into the post. Great skip pass for a 3-pointer.
There's Telez with a long 3, and that's off the rim, no good. And Kobe Withrow Bass is up high. He averages 5 rebounds a game, which he probably doesn't play much more than half the game. Johnson all the way underneath, lays it up, no good. He's defended and looked like he was defended bodily, but he is going to have to get up. Beautiful move in there by Marshawn Smith. He puts it up, no good. Makai Morris is inside to get that one, and they're going to call it a jump ball, which would be a possession for Diablo Valley. So a lot of contact on one side with Micah Johnston. We got number 12 entering the game. That's Vincent Hurtado from Clayton Valley Charter.
You like that aggression from Johnston because nobody picked him up. You just had to keep going.
Yep.
Sometimes guys get worried about the contact coming instead of just going to finish because there's a big guy under the rim you expect to get hit. Focusing on just not the contact, rather, but just going strong.
Trying to finish. Romeo Traylor also enters into the game. He's also from Clayton Valley Charter. There's Pardo's going to take a long three. Back rim, no good. Run it down. That's a good job by Micah Johnson. He's got Burgess on the left side. Feeds it to him. Burgess to Soto. Soto works inside. Off the backboard, no good. Bass following it, no good. A lot of action there, but nothing going for the Beavers as Soto's jumper went off the backboard. Pardo and Smith up top. Keys in the middle. They've also got Traylor and Hurtado. Under 10 seconds, and they're going to go from the corner short. Going up is Jay Burgess, and he's got the rebound. Quickly out to Johnston.
Not the best possession for American River as far as communicating their switches, but it still resulted in a good defensive possession, so that's good.
Great pass inside to Morris. He slips through, and that's a score from Makai Morris.
And if Diablo Valley is going to keep switching all of these off-ball screens that American River is doing, they're going to have a field day slipping and back cutting because these defenders, you have to get to the level of the screen to not make that offensive guy slip in the middle of the both of you.
Hurtado controlling up top. Withrow Bass tries to overplay. Inside, we're going to get a foul. I think Elijah Keys will go to the line for two. Let's see who it's on. It's on Kobe Withrow Bass, his first personal foul. 11:50 to go. Now, do you like the fact that when the Beavers do come down with the board, they try to push the pace, and push the pace?
Well, yeah, I think that's what you have to do when you have 4, sometimes 5 guards out there for the Beavers. If you get it, go. You're all 5 interchangeable.
Keys, 7.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. This is the first free throw.
We see
Elijah's
those
from De La Salle.
We see those lineups so popular now in the Division I basketball and NBA basketball. Is the more people out there who are interchangeable with each other, the better, because it doesn't matter if you go up the left lane, the right lane. If you got the rebound, you can just push it, and everyone else kind of falls into place.
Nick Graves returns for the Beavers.
For the biggest lineup the Beavers have played tonight, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when the first time they've had Withrow Bass and Nick on the court at the same time. Keys' second shot, and there's going to be a violation if he misses it, which he does. Oh, they're going to call it on Ben Telez. He initiated the infraction, so he was called for the violation. So the Beavers up by 8 early here. They'll control.
Man-to-man pressure from Diablo Valley. Backing off now.
I think they got burned a little bit too much there from ball movement by the Beavers, getting it to the middle like you suggested and getting some wide-open shots.
Yeah, they just want to cut down on those wide-open shots. No reason to stay in
Burgess feeds it to Graves. Nick goes in through it, tries to pass it. He kind of got lost there, no man's land, and Hurtado comes out with it, coming down the right side. Gets the pass back, cuts it out to Pardo for 3. That's good. His second 3 cuts it to 21-16. Burgess looks for a cutter, nobody open. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Makai Morris. Jay's going to take his first 3, no good. Going up high, Morris, but he can't get it from Hurtado.
Straight up man-to-man there by Diablo Valley, no switching.
Keys goes strong inside and scores. So Elijah Keys' physicality already a problem, I think, Zach, for the Beavers. 21-18. Graves controls as we go on 15 on the shot clock. Makai Morris fakes it, goes inside, lays it up with the left hand from the right side. A beautiful looking layup by Morris. He's got 4, and the lead is back to 5.
We see Diablo Valley stop switching those off-ball screens. They're staying with their guys now, trailing, trying to stop those slips to the rim.
Kai Curry's going to come back in. Withrow Bass with a great block of Keys, and Kobe already has 1 foul. Telez leaves it for Traylor, and he loses that out of bounds. It's going to be off the Beavers. Number 4, Moselle Wilson making his first appearance, and Kai Curry returns. Hurtado comes out along with Lorenzo Pardo. 5.5 points a game for Moselle Wilson out of Ignacio Valley High School. They feed it along the baseline to Tellez. He's missing it, but they're going to be a foul on the shot against the Beavers. Kind of a clever construction on the inbound play there. Kind of opened it up for Tellez to go baseline and receive the inbound pass.
Especially when you know that maybe not everyone outside of Kobe Withrow Bass on American River is most likely switching every screen. So on your box sets, or your screen-to-screener sets, you can tell your guy to set it and slip right to the ball on the out-of-bounds plays.
Tellez has 4 after knocking down the first free throw, cuts the lead to 4, 10-16 to go. And so far, it seems, the last time these two teams played, Diablo Valley led by 23 at the halftime. So obviously, you want to get a good start. And so far, from the first half, the Beavers have done just that.
I do think the Beavers have been the aggressor on the defensive end, getting good shots on offense. I think they got them out of that press in the first 2 minutes of them having it out. So
Reed inside to Bass, but he's about 12 feet away. Goes all the way across to Jay Burgess from the corner and scores it. Beautiful shot by Jay Burgess on a nice pass. Skip pass from Bass. That's Jay's first 3.
All 5 Diablo Valley defenders staring at Withrow Bass as he had the ball in the post. Easy skip pass.
Tellez guarded by Morris. Mackay knocks it away. Keys with it, and Keys has been a problem. 15-footers long off the backboard, no good. Comes down to, I think we're going to have a travel call on, I think that's Kai Curry, and he's saying, look, I got hammered in there, and I'm not going to doubt him, really, to be honest with you. And Michael Wood returns, taking the place of Romeo Traylor. Wood with 2 fouls early on. Averaging 9 points and 6.5 rebounds, and Withrow Bass is going to come out.
Back to the small lineup for American River and Diablo
wait a minute.
Valley.
No, it's Soto that ends up coming out.
I was going to say Diablo Valley has their 2 post lineup in.
Yeah, with Keys and Wood. They've got the size inside. 26-20. Bass going to go on Keys' spin move. Tries to get into the lane. He is hammered as he goes up with it. And let's see if it's 20. If it is, that would be 3. It is. It's number 20, Michael Wood. That is his 3rd personal foul, and Marshawn Smith will come back in for him. Kobe Withrow Bass will have 2 shots from the free throw line. Kobe's first point from the line, and Wood comes out, and Smith comes in. Smith averages 9 points and 4.5 rebounds, so he is a rotation player. But Wood is, as we said, one of their big lineup. Second one's good for Kobe. He has 2. Beavers lead by 8, 9:25 to go first half. Kai Curry feeds inside to Keys, back to Curry. Open look for 3 off the backboard, no good. Withrow Bass pulls it down. That was Moselle Wilson taking that shot. Burgess is open for a look from 3. Looks a little long, it is. But Kobe goes up and gets it. Spin move, kicks it out. Burgess. Bass working inside, puts it up. A lot of contact, no call. Necessarily think he might have got contact from him, so probably was a good no call there.
You see another 1-4 set from Diablo Valley. UCLA cut to on-ball screen, seeing if AR will switch it.
Smith controls out top. Tellez guarded by Morris. 8 on the shot clock. Hesitation, spin move, jumper, good.
Nice move by Tellez. Late in the shot clock, got to get one shot. Got to get a shot up.
And you like to have it in the hands of your top scorer when you get, late in the shot clock and you need a shot, because he looked very comfortable getting that shot on his own. Micah Johnson works inside. Open look for Makai Morris, just a little bit long and pulled down by Kai Curry.
Good look at the rim there by the Beavers. Good offense.
Ivan Soto going to return as Smith controls right side. Moselle Wilson. Under 8 to go.
1-4 set again.
Under 10, and Tellez is going to take a 30-footer. Front rim no good, but pulled down by Keys. He loses it, and Morris gets it. Graves is going to go strong to the hoop. Lays it up with the right hand, too short. Nice move by Nick Graves. Just laid it a little too softly up there.
Sometimes when you pull one of those moves off, you're surprised at how well it works. It's a great move.
Micah Johnston pulls down the errant shot. Got it to Morrison. Mackay kind of was like, no, you take it back. I really don't want it. DJ Evans is going to come back in for the Vikings. Nice pass in there to Morris, but he's got 3 guys on him. Johnston kicks Graves with an open 3, right side, good.
All started from the back cut. Back cut by Mackay Morris. Sets swing, wide open shot.
And one of the best guys at making that extra pass is Micah Johnson, and he did it again. So a 9-point lead as Graves nails that 3. Nick has 5. Telez working against Jay Burgess. 12-foot jumper, no good. Pulled down by Johnson again, and he is fouled. We're going to have a couple of subs. Ivan Soto returning for the Beavers. Lorenzo Pardo coming back, and DJ Evans as well. Marshawn Smith and Moselle Wilson come out. Mackay Morris comes out.
Diablo Valley dead set on running that 1-4 set, trying to get an on-ball screen to try to get a switch. I don't really know why they want to switch because it's the same height of guys all the way around. But yeah, they just want to get AR communicating.
And what is AR doing that's kind of stymieing that? Is it just that they can stay, they don't need to switch? That pass is knocked down and picked up. There's a 3-on-1 situation. Feed over to Kai Curry. He behind the back pass, which he didn't need to do, but Telez turns it into a 3.
The AR's getting them by ball pressure. Yep. And the deep hole guy, who is the help on the post man, who they're fronting, is always there. So they're being very fundamentally sound with their rotations.
Burgess takes a 3, no good. Pulled down by Curry, and there goes the Vikings again. Pardo for 3. He nails it. That's 3 threes for Lorenzo Pardo, and quickly now a 9-point lead is a 3-point lead, and we're going to have a timeout from the Beavers. 5:40 to go in this first half. It's a good one. Beavers 31, Diablo Valley 28. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed a job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
5:40 to go in the first half from Hutchinson Gym on the campus of American River College. Mark the Phantom Lowe, Zach Lowe, Stones McCoy behind the controls, and we've got a good one so far. Zach, we're about 15 minutes in there, so what are your impressions of that first 15 minutes?
Well, my impressions is AR's playing fast. They're playing really scrappy because, no postman out there. You got to get in. You got to get in with defensive pressure, and you got to play fast, and they're doing that. And the rebounding, only 4 offensive rebounds from Diablo Valley. Like that number a little lower, but I'd say they're doing well in the defensive glass.
Bass jumper no good from the baseline. Remember the last time these two teams met, Diablo Valley out-rebounded the Beavers by 20 on the way to a 30-point win. 5:15 to go, first half. Kai Curry controlling.
1-4 set again.
Telez working inside, spin move. He runs right into Kobe Withrow Bass. Let's see who the foul is going to be called on, because Kobe didn't really do anything. It's going to be on Micah Johnston on the reach-in.
Looked like he was out of control on that one.
Yeah, kind of got bailed out a little bit. And it'll be a inbound under the hoop for Diablo Valley. Feed it inside, feed it right back to Curry. He's got an open look from the right corner, not going to take it. Pardo's hit a couple of threes. He's hit 3 of them, as a matter of fact, and he is on the left wing. Curry works inside. 14-foot shot, good. That's a tough shot right there by Kai Curry.
Really tough shot.
And the Beavers' lead is down to 1.
Looks like Diablo Valley is in some sort of 3-2 or 1-2-2 zone.
Beavers moving the ball around. Graves tries to feed it inside to Bass. Great defensive play by Curry, who blocked Bass out of there, so Kobe couldn't reach the pass. Elijah Keys. Keys has been very effective in here. He's got 6, and now the Vikings are on top 32-31. Kobe Withrow Bass kind of limping a little bit, and we're going to get a timeout here. We're going to sub as Evan Burgess. Hopefully that's not why we didn't see Kobe in the starting lineup today, is he's got a little bit of a hitch in the giddy-up over there. Hopefully he'll be able to come back. As you mentioned, Zach, without him, the Beavers are a very small, even smaller team. Johnston, Soto, Burgess, and Graves on the court for the Beavers. Beavers hit threes early, haven't hit one in a while. Soto has an open look, though. He'll take it and knock it down as Keys backs into him. That's 5 threes in the first half for Ivan Soto.
That'll be there against the zone.
There goes Tellez all the way to the hoop. It's partially blocked by Johnston, but Ben gets it out of the air and scores it. And we're tied at 34 with 3:44 to go in this one.
It looks like a 1-2-2 zone where the top guy almost plays man on the guy who's ever's in the high post, trying to cut it from going to the middle.
Graves open for the baseline shot, no good. Pulled down, not much rebounding offensively for the Beavers. Pulled down by Tellez. And he'll try to take it all the way, which he does. Lays it up, no good. Pulled down by Graves. Feeds Soto, but back defensively, the Vikings. Burgess goes all the way to the hoop, puts it up, rolls it around, good.
Great finish by Burgess in transition. Nobody picks up the ball. Everyone's backpedaling.
And he's got to invent a shot on the way up, and he does it. Beavers back up by 2 as Keys controls. Guarded by Burgess, knocked away by Johnston. Keys gets it back, and Burgess takes it away. Great pass to Jay Burgess. Goes up for the layup, good. That's the Burgess boys right there. Evan steals it. Hits Jay for the layup, and the Beavers are back up 4. Micah Johnson knocked down again. He's taking his time getting up as Pardo lets a 3 go off the rim, no good, and Micah Johnson's right there.
Yeah, Micah Johnson got blasted by a screen, and nobody on his team tell him it was coming.
Nobody called the screen on him.
It's a point of emphasis for the Beavers on defense, too. When they play this small lineup and they get it to the post, the double team's going to come. Forced a turnover on that one and an easy 2.
Soto kicks it into Graves. Nick, nice move with the right hand, no good. A little bit short from the left side, and Keys pulls it down.
That's the soft spot of this 1-2-2 where the guy on top will stop it from getting to the high post, because that's the most vulnerable spot of the zone, especially a 1-2-2 zone where there's not a designated middle guy in the key.
Timeout by the Diablo Valley team with 2:04 left to go in the first half. Beavers 38. Diablo Valley 34. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks. Good first half so far, Zach. 38-34. Beavers 2:04 to go. We've got Pardo on the Vikings with 3 threes. He has 9 points. We've got Ben Tellez with 12 for the Beavers. Ivan Soto is on fire from 3. He's got 5 threes, 15 points. 7 points for Burgess, 5 for Johnson, 5 for Nick Graves, and 4 for Makai Morris. So the Beavers, as they're custom, they're spreading it around. 2:04 to go. There's Pardo taking another 3. No good. Over the top, it looked like was the Vikings, but it's pulled down by number 1, Marshawn Smith.
There's an offensive rebound.
Looked like DJ Evans was over the top of the Beavers, but no call on that one, and Beavers lead by 2. We got an injury, I think, and we have a grab by Pardo, but I think he's doing that because Marshawn Smith came up lame, and Romeo Traylor's going to come back in the game for Marshawn Smith, who's still kind of collecting himself there. Hopefully he is okay.
Hopefully it's just the wind knocked
Yeah,
out.
hopefully.
Nothing too
He's
bad.
moving kind of like his back might be bothering him, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's just a wind situation, and we should see him back when he catches his breath. Don't know about Kobe Withrow Bass, who left for the Beavers a couple of minutes ago. So we're under 2 minutes to go, first half. Soto open on the right corner. Beavers 10 on the shot clock. Makai Morris controlling. He's got Soto. Ivan's going to take the 3. It is no good, back rim. And Curry goes high for the board.
That ball can't stick if you're the Beavers against the
Curry
zone.
goes strong to the hoop, and Evan Burgess on the foul.
When you're playing against the zone, that ball can't stick in your hands. You got to keep moving and moving and moving. When the zone is standing still, that's what they want. They want to have you look and try to probe. Being on the front foot, swinging the ball, trying to get to that high post is what Beavers have to do.
So you want them on the move so you can find the holes. And that's what the Beavers have been doing so far in this half. As Curry goes to the line, he'll take 2 shots. First one, no good.
Yeah, when a zone is stationary, there's not a lot of holes. That's why it's so kind of intimidating to look at, because you're like, where do I go? But when you start moving the ball and the people in the zones start moving on defense, then the holes start to appear in front of you with ball fakes, driving lanes, high post entry. And those are where your threes come from out of those.
Curry knocks down the second free throw, leaves the game for Moselle Wilson, making his second appearance. And the Beavers lead by 1:18 to go here in this first half.
And Diablo Valley's making a concerted effort.
Graves is going to take a 12-footer. Back rim, no good. Evan Burgess tries to run it down, but it's controlled by Romeo Traylor.
Right as I was saying, they're making a conservative effort to not get into the high post. American River gets a high post entry.
Pardo kicks it back. Traylor was thought about taking a 3. Couldn't do it because Soto closed out. Getting down to 10 on the shot clock, and Moselle Wilson controlling. Moselle defended well by Morris, puts it up and scores.
Heck of a shot. Not much more you can ask as a defender on ARC.
So Vikings lead by 1. 20 on the shot clock, 28 on the game clock here in the first half. Soto goes strong. Graves thinks about it, and he stepped out of bounds, it looked like, as he was getting ready to drive. Tellez coming back in for the last possession offensively. He'll come in, and going out is Romeo Traylor. Graves is coming out as Micah Johnston comes back in defensively. 23.4 left to go. Shot clock is off. And Moselle Wilson controlling it for the Vikings. He's got Tellez, DJ Evans, Pardo.
Foul to give if you're the Beavers and want to use it.
Number 15, Isaiah Pullen is in. Open look for Pardo, right side, nails it. Makai Morris takes a long shot and banks it in at the buzzer for 3. Makai Morris ties it up, and kind of fitting, Zach, that this first half ended up in a tie, back and forth all day long. I don't know if that's what Coach Georgie drew up, but Makai Morris pulled one out of the hat on that one.
That's one of the things when you're Diablo Valley. I know they got an open look, and it was a good look at the rim that you want to take for 3, but giving them 6 seconds, 5 seconds, that's a good 2 or 3 dribbles up court. And, yeah.
Makai Morris nails it down, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still open. It's Friday. The bank should be still open.
It's open late on Fridays, although, you do all your banking online, so it doesn't matter. So great first half. We go to halftime. The team's tied at 40 when we're back after a short halftime break. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
From Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Fast flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Let me get a 2 beat, 2 clip, and they don't want it. They don't want it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies, and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't really
run away.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I'm not. I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that.
Generally fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home. Fast flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1-on-4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it. She sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
You want to. That's our new show.
Really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we call the show.
Between
Alternate.
a flower.
Yes. Well, we're working on we're workshopping the title.
yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So,
That's right. I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First of all,
I got to take notes.
We may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
I told Rick, I said, this is the guy that's going to lead us out of the...
He can't even lead us out of the
He
parking
can't get out of the
lot.
parking lot.
So we just moments ago, a rhubarb, a brouhaha between Mr. Reynolds, the great Jerry Reynolds, and the great Mr. Basketball.
They always wear
He
something
dresses
different.
He has his suit on and stuff.
So it's like, hey, fans, I'm different.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the man.
Well,
see, so...
yeah.
From Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Let me get a 2-beat, 2-clip, and they don't want it. They don't want it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Welcome back to Hutchison Gym. Just getting done with our halftime break. Mark the Phantom Lowe here with Zach Lowe. Stones McCoy behind the glass. And Zach Mackay Morris with that three-pointer. He banks it in at the buzzer, gives a 41-41 tie. And usually I'd ask you, what do you think the Coach George is telling his team in the locker room? But basically they didn't spend a lot of time in the locker room, and they got to just keep doing what they're doing, I guess.
Right. I think he was telling them to just keep playing with your hair on fire, right?
Yeah.
The Beavers, the best thing they can do is muck up this game, and by say muck up, I mean you're playing five guards out there, especially with Withrow Bass, who limped off the court in the first half. If you're playing five guards out there, you're playing kind of a junk brand of getting in your face, playing fast, shooting the ball well, and I think that's kind of what he told them, is just the energy. You have to win the energy if you're five guard lineup and you have a size disadvantage.
That's kind of the way they like to play anyway. The other thing that we notice is only 9 fouls called in the first half, which is very low, especially for a community college game. So does that favor either team, you think, looking forward to the way the second half plays out?
I think it favors the American River in the sense of if you're a little shorter, you can probably get away with a little bit harder defense on the bigger guys down low. And you can probably get away with a little bit more rebounding-wise, which is what we need to do. So I think it favors us a little bit more, but at the same time, if the refs want to tighten it up, they'll do it from the very beginning of the start of the second half, I'd hope.
Yeah, hopefully if you're American River and you're smaller, you figure out you get your guys to box out. Hopefully you get some over-the-back calls or something like that. Ivan Soto led the way for the Beavers in the first half. He had 15. It is 7 points for Mackay Morris, 7 points for Jay Burgess, 5 for Nick Graves. And for the Vikings, it was Ben Telez with 12. Lorenzo Pardo had 11. One of the ones at the end of the half there, I thought it was a 3, was actually a 2. Elijah Keys, I thought, Zach, was very impressive, number 32. He came in off the bench and scored 6 points, a burly post guy. And I think it was tough for the Beavers to match up with Keys.
Yeah, and when you have a guy like that who garners a double team, it just forces the defense to rotate so many different ways out of that double team, and Diablo Valley was making those extra passes for open threes, and they were knocking them down.
Keys in there to start the second half along with DJ Evans. Vincent Hurtado is also in, Lorenzo Pardo, and Ben Telez. Micah Johnson, Evan Burgess, Ivan Soto, Jay Burgess, and Nick Graves for the Beavers as we go into a second 20 minutes.
Man-to-man look from Diablo Valley coming out of half.
Burgess will let a 3 go. It's off the front rim, no good, and Elijah Keys runs it down. So switching up the looks a little bit defensively from the Vikings. Beavers also seem to be, as Burgess tries to follow Telez through a couple of screens, they get it underneath the Keys. A beautiful pass by Lorenzo Pardo, and Keys now has 8. The Vikings up by 2.
One of the tenets of dribble drive, as the one post man is leaked to the other side of whatever way your guard's driving. He leaked to the other side, nice pass, open layup.
Soto moved from the outside. Burgess gets inside, goes up with the right hand, lays it in. I don't know how he got in there, but he does that so many times, I kind of expect it now.
Yeah, the right hand on the left side of the hoop. I don't think the defender was expecting it.
Some pressure from the Beavers, but the Vikings break it and get it to Pardo in the left corner. He's got Keys inside. Graves is trying to front Keys. Hurtado, hesitation dribble, kicks it down to Keys, and Elijah lays it in. Kind of tough to defend a guy who can have the ball on his hip for a couple of steps, but a nice look by Hurtado to get it to Keys. Beavers using a little patience. Graves is going to launch from 3. That's off the rim, no good. Johnston goes up, gets it, picks it up, and knocks it out of bounds. And I think we're going to have I think inadvertently someone might got struck in the face. It might be Pardo down there. He's on the floor, but gets up and looks to be okay.
And on the offensive end, we talk about how the Beavers are short on the shorter in size on defense. On the offensive end, they're forcing 32 Keys to go out and guard Nick Graves on the perimeter. So I wonder if that's a matchup that the Beavers can exploit.
Graves had a good look at a 3 right there. Couldn't get it to go down. 18-22 to go in this one. Vikings have taken the 2-point lead. 2 baskets by Elijah Keys here in this second half. Mark Georgie, the coach of the Beavers. It is Irvin Anderson, the coach for Diablo Valley. Hurtado kicks it inside. Tellez from the left corner, and that is good.
Good ball movement there by the Vikings.
15 for Tellez. Gets it underneath to Evan Burgess, kicks it back out.
And the Beavers just go in total 5-out passing game now, making the Vikings guard in space.
Burgess with 10. Evan Burgess takes a 3, no good back rim, and pulled down by Hurtado. Tellez out top, works the left side. Tellez takes about a 29-footer, no good. Pulled down by Burgess. Nice rebound by Jay Burgess. Pardo knocks it away. Burgess regains control. Beats it inside to Evan Burgess. Rolls it off the rim, no good. Hits the floor, gets back up. DJ Evans on the left wing, thought about it. Brings it back out. It'll be Tellez running the offense as we're under 17 minutes. Vikings lead by 5. Feed it inside to Evans, knocked away by Graves. He's got a 2-on-1 with Hurtado closing fast. Hurtado with tremendous defense. Soto gets it back. Soto goes up, and he is fouled. Vincent Hurtado, an excellent defensive move there, Zach, to get back in position, but luckily for the Beavers, Soto ran down the pass and went to the hoop.
Sometimes when you're a lone guy on a fast break like Diablo Valley was, and you have Hurtado running back as the guy who's in front and the last guy, sometimes you just want him to do an extra little move to give your guy a split second to get back in the play. It looked like he gave him a split second to get back in the play and just a tip pass.
Michael Wood coming back in. Michael Wood hasn't played a lot today. 3 fouls carrying, and coming out is Elijah Keys.
Now Wood's coming in, and he's going to have to guard Graves on defense unless they switch back to that zone. So we'll see what they do.
Soto, second of 2 free throws, and it's in and out. Johnston tries to sneak in and get the rebound, but Pardo holds on to it. Wood going inside. Nice double by Johnson, but it ends up with Hurtado getting a shot from the left wing, and he scores it.
And there's Diablo Valley again, putting it into the post and forcing a double team.
Makai Morris thinks about it. Burgess goes in strong. Graves lets fly the 3. It's good. Nick Graves hits his second 3. He's got 8 and brings the Beavers back to within 4.
To the point from before, you're making Wood get out and guard a 3-point shooter, something he's probably not used to.
Tellez's 3 is off the rim, and Soto picks it up. Here come the Beavers, trying to move it down, trying to get Soto an open look. Makai Morris goes in off the backboard and good. He wiggles his way in there again. He's got 9. Three crazy layups in the 3-pointer.
Seems like he expected someone to pick him up, and nobody did. He just kept going.
And he's going to get called for bodying up on Hurtado right there. But, yeah, that's he does that a couple of times. He'll go down the lane, look around, and everybody will kind of like, I got to go guard the 3-pointer. And Morris gets through. He has 9, and Marshawn Smith, good to see him back up. He went down early in the first half, and he'll take DJ Evans' place. Smith, 6'3", out of Weston Ranch. They're running Tellez all the way down and gets it to Wood inside against Burgess. Goes up, puts it on the backboard, good. First basket by Michael Wood, and a good setup, good construction of that play by the Vikings. There's a backdoor to Graves. He can't handle the pass, though. It's a little too low, and it goes out of play. The Beavers seem, Zach, to be in a situation where it's, each possession is so valuable because, you're going to come down on defense, and the Vikings are going to have an advantage height-wise, and it's going to be an uphill climb. 53-49. Vikings and Tellez thought Pardo was going one way, and he went the other way, and the Beavers get a break and a turnover.
Well, you got to make sure to capitalize off these.
Burgess, right side. He's going to take it. That's short. Probably a quick shot by the Beavers on that one. Pardo cut off by Makai Morris. There's Wood again, but this time he's out about 14 feet. Puts it down, and Graves takes it right away. He's got Morris on his left side. Goes behind the back. Feeds Johnson under the basket. Michael lays it up with the left-hander, rolls around in, and Micah Johnson hits the ground again, as he is wont to do. It's a fine pass by Graves and a good shot by Micah Johnston.
Wood breaking the cardinal rule by postman, putting the ball down by your waist where the little guys can get it.
Hurtado's going to take another three. He hit his last one, hit this one as well.
Lack of communication on that screen. Nobody went to the ball. Got to figure out if you're American River, if you're switching or you're showing.
Clayton Valley Charter, Vincent Hurtado with 2 threes. Soto takes a long three. He nails it. Ivan Soto with 19 points and 6 threes now. And we got a 2-point ball game under 14 minutes to go here from Hutchison Gym.
And if you make the next one coming out of halftime after not touching it for a bit, Soto, he knows this is one of his nights then.
Hurtado, who's made his last 2, he dribbles inside, feeds it for Tellez, who'll take it. No good. Run down by Graves. Quickly gets it up to Soto. He does not have numbers. He doesn't care. He's going to the basket. He lays it up, and he's fouled by Michael Wood. That's a situation. I think he just went in there and I'm just going to see what happens.
Well,
I'm going downhill, so I'm going to see what happens.
It's the same thing that's happened a few times this half where nobody's picking up the ball, and you're just kind of – you find yourself closer and closer to the hoop with nobody guarding you.
And we talked about that earlier, and we said, if you get the rebound, if you're American River, you just keep it going, just keep pushing, and that's what they're doing. Soto will get 2 shots. Elijah Keys and Kai Curry is going to come in. They're both coming in.
Because whoever grabs the rebound for American River, you're not looking for your point guard for an outlet pass. You are the point guard if you grab the rebound, because everybody's virtually the same. So
that was the 4th foul on Michael Wood. He is out. Also, Pardo comes out.
Also makes it tough for Diablo Valley knowing your matchups, because your guy could be running the lane and then the next play bringing it up court.
We are tied at 56.
Head on a swivel, and you got to be communicating.
Makai Morris defending Kai Curry out top. Drives around him. He's looking, goes all the way to the hoop, and he misses it, but it's body. Makai Morris is going to be charged with a foul for the body on the layup. Oh, they're going to call Johnson, it looks like. I don't think he was even close to it. And Curry will go to the line for 2. Kai Curry with 5 points, averages 6. Comes to us from American Canyon High School.
One of the most simple plays in basketball that works a lot that we just saw right there is the refusal of the ball screen. You're coming up, the defenders, the guy who's defending the screener's yelling screen right, or screen left. You're worried about the screen to that side, and the ball handler just takes off to the other side, not even using the screen.
And when you have the quickness of a Curry, it makes it a lot tougher to defend, and he misses his first free throw, so he'll have 1 to go. We're tied with 13-18 to go here from Hutchison Gym. So the Vikings back on top by 1, and they
1-2-2 pressure.
Wide open look from the corner by Soto, in and out, and pulled down by Keys. So the Beavers got a shot they wanted. They got Soto with a wide open 3. He couldn't get it to go down, and here come the Vikings, up by 1. Smith, baseline, 12-footer, off the rim, bounces around, no good, and pulled down by Johnston. Quickly gets it to Morris, and Morris goes down the lane. Graves with an open 3, no good. Burgess goes high to get that one, and has no one to throw it to. Morris. Burgess thinks about a 3, doesn't take it. 20 on the shot clock. Beavers have time.
Another good look for the Beavers, because nobody's picking up the ball.
Johnston backs it up a little bit, and he's going to use the screen from Graves and look for Nick. Works on Keys. Baseline shot is good. Nick Graves.
There's that center matchup for Diablo Valley. The center on Diablo Valley has to match up against Graves, who's a guard.
Graves in double figures with 10. DJ Evans getting ready to come back in. And the Beavers lead by 1.
The Beavers want to keep having success on offense. I think that's the well they need to keep going back to.
Telez up top,
Looked like a
drives on
travel.
Johnson. Hurtado thought about it. Telez has taken shots from there, kicks it to the side. Curry with a jump shot, good. So back and forth, a 1-point lead for the Vikings. Morris is going to take a three, no good. Johnson goes for the rebound, doesn't get it. So Morris tries the three, and quickly here comes Curry down, pushing the pace again for the Vikings. Defended by the Beavers, and a foul probably on Jay Burgess, so let's see what the call. It is on Jay Burgess. So Curry, Zach, really kind of pushing the pace and trying to get himself, insinuate himself a little bit more into the offense than he did in the first half.
Yeah, and if you're AR, I think you're kind of happy about what just happened. He kind of put his head down, changed directions 4 or 5 times. Just don't foul, and I think it's good defensive possession.
So he'll get 2 shots here. A little over 11 and a half to go.
With the way American River's playing defense, if the ball stays in one guy's hand, the guard, the whole time, then the ball's right in front of you. You can see what's happening. It's when they enter it into the post, forcing AR to rotate. And Diablo Valley does a great job of the hockey pass, the hockey assist, the pass that leads to the pass. They fire that ball around the perimeter, so that's where they get into trouble. One-on-one ISO guard stuff, I think the American River might welcome that a bit.
61-58. Beavers with the passing game. Makai Morris had another look. That time he didn't take it. Graves feeds it inside to Johnson. Micah has it knocked back. He has himself knocked over. We're going to get a call, and I think it's going to be on Micah Johnston. It is. So he's been knocked around a bunch of times today, and that time came up on the short end. Turnover for the Beavers, and a foul on Johnston, which is his 3rd personal foul. Beavers, I'm going to assume they don't have Kobe Withrow Bass anymore today. We saw him limp off in the first half, so that obviously affects the depth. Evan Burgess is out here along with Soto, Morris, Johnston, and Graves. So we do have Jay Burgess on the bench.
The thing about fatigue is it just makes the little things just a tiny bit more hard. Staying in a defensive stance is a little bit harder. Hitting a shot, need a little bit more legs. Just makes everything just a tweak harder.
Curry gets it into Evans, goes it up, rolls around, scores. Excuse me, that's Keys, not Evans. That time Graves almost had that one taken away. And Curry,
right there, that's not Nick Graves' fault. That's the guy behind Nick Graves because he's fronting the post, and on those lob passes, you need the deep hole guy there waiting for it to intercept the pass.
Burgess goes in strong and lays it in. Evan Burgess, his first 2, and he went hard to the basket, put his shoulder in and went up with a shot and scored. That is, I don't know what that was.
It was 2 points.
Marshawn Smith came in, and I guess that was okay, and he picked up his own rebound and scored. Graves takes a wide-open 3. It's long. Burgess pulls it down. Evan kicks it out to Makai Morris. Morris works inside, works around defense, puts it up, and it rolls around and misses in Keys with the rebound.
Can't argue with the look.
Smith was up. He is fouled. The rebound by Graves. And Curry is really the catalyst for the offense right now for the Vikings. He kicked that one over to Smith, who has 10 points in this game. No, excuse me, has 7 points in this game.
Looks like
Curry
Withrow Bass is looking to sub on.
Well, that's good. That's good just from the sense that he's feeling healthy enough. At 10:01 to go, and his team down by 5, and Marshawn Smith taking 2 free throws. Coming out is, I think it looks like Ivan Soto. So that decreases the outside shooting for the Beavers. Gives them a little more bulk inside. Two perfect free throws from Marshawn Smith gives the Vikings their biggest lead at 7. Here goes Johnson. A lot of contact. Makai Morris could have been called for a travel right there probably. Feeds it inside to Graves, lays it up. Kind of wild on the layup and misses everything and pulled down. And here comes Curry again. DJ Evans right corner, no good. Knocked around by Smith. Picked up by DJ Evans. Telez inside. Feed to Keys, and Keys goes up and scores.
Diablo Valley pushing the tempo now. Every time Curry gets the ball, he's pushing it.
Going to get a foul on number 1, Marshawn Smith. And we're
Johnson has been getting hammered the whole game.
Yeah, he has been.
Up court. So that's the first time I've actually seen them call that. He's getting manhandled.
Burgess comes in, Jay comes in, Nick Graves comes out. Moselle Wilson re-enters for the Vikings, and Ben Telez will take a break. Telez has 15 for Diablo Valley. Feed it inside to Withrow Bass. He is triple teamed.
Sorry to step on you there. I was so surprised it was a triple team.
Feed it inside. Burgess puts it up off the rim. No good.
2 out of 3 possessions ending in a layup, but a missed layup.
You're not able to. There goes Curry again. He'll pull up for a 15-footer off back rim. No good. And Johnson pulls down one of his innumerable rebounds in this one. Skip pass to Jay Burgess. Left side under 9 minutes to go, and Beavers trail by 9. Johnson's going to go inside. Nice pump fake. Puts it up with the left hand. No good. It's his own rebound. Feeds it to Jay. Jay for 3. No good. And Elijah Keys gets the board.
Another possession with a good look at the rim. Just didn't make it.
Smith goes up, gets his own rebound, misses it. Keys has it, can't make it. And Johnson with the rebound feeds Burgess. A lot of missed shots at the rim for both teams right now. Makai Morris gets through again, puts it up with the left hand, can't get it to go. Withrow Bass puts it back. Kobe Withrow Bass, his first basket, he has 4.
There's a made layup.
It took a couple, though. It took a couple of tries. Moselle Wilson with it. Feeds Evans, and there goes Curry down the lane. He goes up, runs a guy over, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul.
Beautiful positioning by Withrow Bass. Out of control, stood there, took it in the chest.
Curry has really amped up his pace in the last couple of minutes, and I think overall it's been effective for the Vikings. By that time, he needed to slow down a little bit, and coming out is Marshawn Smith. Pardo comes back in, so Pardo back on with Curry, Evans, Keys, and Moselle Wilson. Here's Michael Wood getting ready to check back in. He has 4 fouls, and he'll come on for Evans, Keys, who's been very effective. 14 points in this one for Elijah Keys. He averages 7.5 and 5 boards, and I think he's probably got close to double digits in boards. So a real good outing by Keys, who's taking advantage of the height discrepancy. Beavers trail by 7. Soto, Johnston, Burgess, and Withrow Bassett. Jay Burgess goes in. He is fouled. He cleared a little space for himself, it looked like, Zach, with the right arm there, and he was grabbed going up for the jumper, so he'll take 2 shots. It is Kai Curry on the foul.
Yeah, take any chance to catch your breath if you're the Beavers. Limited rotation. It's nice to get to the free throw line and give your guys a breather.
Nick Graves on the bench right now for the Beavers. Jay's first free throw is good. He has 10. Here comes Nick back in. He'll take Micah Johnson's place, who's probably going to go to the ER, urgent care, kind of get himself looked at. He's got some bumps and bruises.
I was going to say, I don't think Micah Johnson's going to be out too much longer.
No, I don't think he wanted to come out there. Jay Burgess hits them both. He has 11. Pressure from the Beavers in the backcourt. Curry waves everybody off, and he's going to be double-teamed, and he gets around. Feeds it to Wilson going down the key, and he is blocked by Withrow Bass, and here comes Burgess. He's got Graves on the right side. Nick lays it up, no good. Another miss, can't finish for the Beavers, and Graves trying not to foul the defender who put himself in good position. And he's comes up a little short on the shot.
American River hopping in that run and jump press.
Hurtado and Telez kind of come back in. The next whistle. Little weave situation there. Curry feeds Evans in the corner. Evans shot no good. Withrow Bass almost had it. Wood comes up with it, and he's fouled. It looked like he came over the back to get that rebound. Kobe Withrow Bass called for the foul. I think that's his second personal foul, and Wood will go to the line as he has 2 points in this game. Has had foul trouble the entire game. First free throw is too long. Telez re-enters, so does Hurtado. Coming out at Moselle Wilson and DJ Evans.
Now two shooters for Diablo Valley checking into the game. Got to be mindful of that if you're American River.
Especially since Curry seems to really be penetrating and try to hit those guys on the wings. That's it. Wood hits one free throw, 70-64. We're under 7 minutes to go here. Good one from Hutchinson Jim. Beavers. Jay Burgess gets by his defender, goes and lays it up and can't get it to go, but Withrow Bass comes out with it. Woods saves it. Beavers are on the floor. Timeout called by the Vikings. Another time, Zach, the Beavers are getting the good looks inside and just can't finish around the rim.
Yeah, that's too many to count, I think, so far. I think about 75% of the possessions we've seen since the 10-minute mark have ended with a shot going towards the rim and just can't really finish it off.
Well, it's 6:40 to go. We're going to take a break here from Hutchinson Jim. It's the Vikings 70, the Beavers 64. You're watching ARC Basketball on the Stones Radio Networks.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
.640 to go in this one. Beavers trail by 6. It'll be a possession for the Vikings. Hurtado will be inbounding in it under pressure in the backcourt from Evan Burgess. Curry with it. The double coming from Soto. Nice pass to Hurtado. He goes all the way across into the third row of the bleachers, and I do believe that person was open, but I don't think that's what they wanted to do with the ball. Big break right there for the Beavers as they get possession.
It's the goal of the press, get the offensive mind to just kill a little bit faster.
Backdoor to Graves. He tries to feed it into Withrow Bass. Kobe's got to get out of there, and we're going to get a foul. I think we were bailed out that time. It could have been a travel call on Bass as Graves left his feet. Really didn't have much to do with it.
From my eyes,
it's like number 20.
Swipes.
That's going to be 5 fouls on Michael Wood. I don't know if that's a benefit for the Beavers because Elijah Keeves comes back in, and he's probably been their most effective player with 14 points in this one. But Wood is out with 3 points. Inbounding under their own basket, the Beavers. Evan Burgess will key it in. He feeds it into Graves and goes up with it and can't finish at the rim again. Beavers with another good look off the inbound pass. Hurtado feeds it to Pardo, lays it up, rolls it around and scores.
I don't know if that's exactly how you wanted it to go through Diablo Valley, but a one-footed up-in-the-air pass to the middle worked out.
Yep. Beavers have Graves jumping the right side, going in from the left hand and scoring. Strong drive from the right side by Nick Graves, and it's back to a 6-point game with under 6 to go. Marshawn Smith getting ready to come in. Nice defense, but they're going to get called. I think Evan Burgess is going to be called for grabbing, and that is the 7th team foul, I believe, and it'll make it a 1-on-1 situation. Micah Johnson comes back for Evan Burgess.
I don't want to be too critical of the referees, but if you're going to call that, every time Curry is dribbling the ball, his off arm is just swiping and hitting our player right in the stomach every time, and that's exactly what Jay Burgess is telling the ref right now. The other hand that he's not dribbling with is just flailing.
1-on-1 situation for Curry. That is short off the rim, and Bass goes high, strong, and makes it.
As Rasheed Wallace says, ball does not lie on that one.
3 from Graves, left side, too long. A pass is intercepted from Johnson. He feeds Burgess going down the lane. He leaves it for Bass. Too many passes for the Beavers. Telez, wide open 3, right side. Good. And we got something, I think it's going to be a foul, probably on the Beavers underneath. As one of the DJ Evans goes flying. The basket is going to count. Right 3, Soto is going to be called, so it'll be probably a 1-on-1 situation there.
I'm no expert, but it seemed like number 11 just picked up and moved his feet a few feet to the left. Shot the three. Huh?
Burgess came flying through, and he kind of reoriented himself. He knocked it down. Tellez now has 18, and Curry will go to the line for another 1-and-1 situation. So it could be potentially a 5-point play for the Vikings. Just over 5:20 to go in this one.
I thought that you could only get 4 points on a possession.
I thought that should have been a one. It's like an and one with a 3-pointer. It should just be one. But that's not. They don't deal with 1-and-1 situations in the pros, so that's off the rim anyway. So it is a 4-point play. It's a 10-point lead for the Vikings, and the Beavers bringing up court with Soto. There's a lot of contact there. 15 on the shot clock for Jay Burgess. Feeds it to Micah Johnson behind the back. Goes strong inside. Withero Bass goes all the way to the hoop with the right hand and scores. Kobe Withero Bass scoring, and a timeout taken quickly by the Beavers. So with 4:57 to go in this one, Vikings 76, Beavers 68. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
4:57 to go here from Hutchinson Gym. It's an 8-point lead for the Vikings. Beavers with Micah Johnson, Jay Burgess, Ivan Soto, Nick Graves, and Kobe Withero Bass, and they will be pressing in the back court as Soto is talking to the referee.
Down by 8, 5 minutes left. No reason to get out of your element here. Still play your game. You're still right in this. 5 minutes is an eternity.
And they are kind of speeding up the Vikings here with Curry coming across half court, where he'll be picked up by Ivan Soto. Taking a little air out of the ball. 20 seconds shot clock. Curry getting inside. Taken away by Johnston. He feeds Soto. He's got Tellez to beat. He goes up. Defended by Tellez. That's a tough one right there because that's a one-on-one, but there's two Vikings there. It may be better suited to pull that one back. 25 going to be on the shot clock. Beavers do have possession.
At the end of the day, no harm, no foul. 25 seconds on your own rim. Watch the amounder here.
Soto trying to get open for the three. Good defense by Pardo. Soto works him inside, goes up strong, lays it up good. A lot of contact there as well. Soto has 22. Beavers down 6. Curry's picked up by Nick Graves. Jay Burgess is on Ben Tellez. And again, the Vikings taking their time here.
Interesting by the Vikings because the more you pound and just take the air out of the ball, the more your offensive rhythm is gone.
Curry goes inside. He tries to put up a shot. No good. And he's not going to get the call there to bail it out. Withero Bass comes down with the rebound. So good defensive possession by the Beavers. They got Jay Burgess for three. No good over and off. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be off the Beavers. A good-looking shot from Jay Burgess. Just a little bit short from the corner. But as you said, 3:36, a lot of time. Hurtado's coming back in. And they're going to take Kai Curry out of the game.
And every time Diablo Valley looks to break this run and jump, they give it to Kai Curry. So I wonder if the Beavers might be able to force a few turnovers now with him out of the game.
It's a different look. Yeah, they're going to give it to Pardo, guarded by Johnston.
Looks like no double team's going to be coming.
And here comes the double team, to your point, Zach. Hurtado comes all the way to Marshawn Smith, who feeds it off to Evans or to Keys, who scores. Keys was 16, and give Marshawn Smith a lot of credit for catching that lob pass and then dishing it off to Keys inside. Ivan Soto makes a move inside, and they're going to call a block, and I think that's a good call right there. The defender was moving as Soto looked a little bit. He's been known as a three-point shooter, kind of looking to drive a little bit late in this half.
Yeah, when you get labeled as a shooter, right, halftime, I'm sure they talked about him. He hit 5 threes in the first half. Whenever you get labeled as a shooter, then every catch you have, there's going to be a guy inside of your shorts waiting for you. So showing that you can go a little bit downhill might be able to keep him honest.
3:02 to go, and Soto will go to the line for 2. He has 22 points in the game, 15 of those in the first half. Nick Graves has 12, 11 for Jay Burgess. Ben Tellez has 18, and Elijah Keys has 16.
Down by 8, 3 minutes left. You assume American River wants to set up their press. Like I've said before, much easier to set up your press when you get a made free throw.
So Soto on the line for 2. I believe. No, it was on the. He's going to go ahead. It's a 1-and-1. He nails it. Here comes Makai Morris back in the game for Kobe Withero Bass.
Here comes the 5 guards for American River. I look to see a double team try in the front court.
If Soto can make it, then as to your point, and he does, it's a little easier to set up then. Let's see. Let's see if they send Marshawn Smith long. No, they're going to bring Keys up. And he's going to get the ball and dish it to Tellez. There's knocked down by Johnson. It's free. Morris has it, feeds Johnson, goes up. He was fouled, and he scores. Johnston scores and finally gets the foul call he's been waiting 38 minutes to get. He finally got it. It's going to be on Keys. And again, to your point, Zach, the 5 guards, the pressure really got to Diablo in that one.
Yeah, and if you're running a run and jump press like American River is right now, which is once the guard puts his head down to dribble, you go double team. You welcome the lob pass over the top because you can jump and tip and sell out for it. If as an offense, the cardinal sin against the run and jump press is throwing a lob pass. Bounce pass or chest pass with a ball fake only.
Johnson makes it. That is, we got a timeout as another good possession. They brought it, you saw it, Zach, they brought Curry back in the game, so that experiment didn't last long without their primary ball handler. And now the referee talking to Coach Urban Anderson, but the timeout is given to the Vikings. So with 2:54, let's take a breather. It's a good one here from Hutchinson Gym. Diablo Valley 78, American River 75. We are watching ARC basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
2:54 to go. Beavers trail it by 3. Tellez, Hurtado, Curry is back, Pardo, and Elijah Keys, the 5 on the floor for the Vikings. The Beavers counter with Nick Graves, Soto, Micah Johnston, Makai Morris, and Jay Burgess. Here we go. Curry with the ball, tries to go between 2. Johnston with a poke away, but couldn't get it. And there's that left hand you were talking about, Zach, right there. After Curry got over half court. Under 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. This is what the Vikings have done about the last 3 or 4 trips when they've been able to get it across half court.
And I like using time, but I don't like standing still for 20 seconds.
Curry working inside, guarded by Johnston, trying to force it up there, puts it up on the backboard and scores it. Big basket right there under good defensive pressure from Micah Johnston. 80-65. Burgess makes a great move by Tellez, lays it up, no good, but a foul is called. And Tellez will be called for hitting the head of Jay Burgess. Curry comes through with a beautiful shot right there a situation the team really needed. But like you said, Zach, he monopolized the ball for much of that shot clock, so really not a lot of movement going on.
It's just really easy to defend when you're all staring at one guy and everything's right in front of you.
Burgess 2 shots. Jay makes the first one. He has 12. Marshawn Smith coming back in.
There's ways to use clock and still move around with your team.
Right.
I like using clock, but something about standing still and looking just puts your offense a half step slower.
Burgess with the important free throw. It's short, knocked down on the ground, and we're going to have a jump situation. It looks like Beavers have the ball. They call timeout, I believe. Let's see. The timeout is granted, so it'll be American River College possession with 2:12. We'll keep it here with 2:12 to go. And, usually I would ask you, as I said before, what do they need to do in this situation? But with the Beavers so far, they've needed to do the same thing the entire game, basically.
Right, which is a muck up and finish around the rim. Like I said, let's see, 2 minutes left, down by 4. You're on schedule. There's nothing you need to do outside of your own ability. You don't need to sell out in a passing lane or first pass 3. You don't need to do anything outside of the game plan. You're on the schedule, for lack of a better term. You're only down 4 with 2 minutes left. If you're AR, you want to keep putting pressure on Diablo Valley and make their minds go a little bit faster than their body. Make them overthink every little pass. And then when you get down here, you get good shots. You find your mismatch. You have your 5-guard lineup out there. You find whoever the post of Diablo Valley is guarding. Try to hunt and attack there. And you're urgent, but you're not quick.
To your point, they've mucked it up for 38 minutes now, and now they can kind of reap the benefits of that because they're right in the game. And now 1 or 2 key plays, and they can pull this one out. So here we go. 2:12 to go. Keys, Marshawn Smith. Got a couple of substitutions. DJ Evans has come in. Mazel Wilson is back along with Curry. And the Beavers will inbound from under their own basket. Possession arrow now going to the Vikings.
Watch Ivan Soto here. I wonder if we drew something up for a shooter.
He goes, he flashes. They try to get it into Graves, and Graves loses it. And Marshawn Smith comes out with it. He's going to try to drive. He's forced into the corner, turns around. Keys is open, but he gets it to DJ Evans. So a key turnover for the Beavers there. We're under 2 minutes to go. The Vikings lead by 4. Moselle Wilson with it, looking for Keys. Knocked away by Graves. Now 4 on the shot clock for Diablo Valley.
American River has to tell themselves, do not foul here. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock as the shooters come back in.
Hurtado, Telez, and Pardo for Evans, Moselle Wilson, and let's see who else comes out, Kai Curry.
I imagine it'll be something towards the rim for Diablo Valley. Yeah, you bring him out away from the rim so you can get cuts going towards the rim.
Smith with it, going to pull back, take a jumper, no good. And it's off the hands of Hurtado. And then Kai Curry, the defensive lineup comes back in. Curry, Wilson, and Evans.
Offense, defense. Little pressure from Diablo Valley. Expect it to be a little pseudo pressure because you can't get a hand check call here. It's what you can't do.
Yeah, they have 9 fouls, so the next foul is double bonus. 1:30 to go in this one. Beavers trail by 4. Nick Graves takes a 3 off the weave. It's good. Nick Graves for 3, a big 3 right there. It's a 1-point game, and timeout is called. 1:24 to go. It's going down to the wire. Vikings lead at 80-79. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln talking Padres baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
1:24 to go in this one, 80-79. Big shot by Nick Graves. He now has 15, and the game average is 15.7. And the Vikings inbounding under pressure here with 1:24 to go, Zach.
I wonder if the Vikings are going to try to go deep on this play, get a cheap bucket. Nothing.
No, and then the Beavers are pulling back the pressure. As with a one-possession game, maybe they're not trying for that foul as well, because as we said, they have 8 fouls, and the Vikings have 9.
If you're Diablo Valley, you need to get something that hits the rim, and if you're American River, you can't foul.
Curry runs it down, and now he's guarded by Johnson on the right wing. He's down to 5 seconds to go. Goes all the way down the key, puts it up, no good, and a foul is called. And it looked like Morris did a pretty good job of avoiding contact. It looked a lot like a bailout there, but Curry, give him credit. He'll go to the line as Morris is called for the foul for reaching over.
I'm not a professional, but I have to probably agree with the American River players on that one. Just looked out of control.
Usually you won't get bailed out if you're out of control. Curry has done that a lot during the second half, though. Defensive lineup, and that is Moselle Wilson and DJ Evans getting ready to check in after these free throws. And it will be 2 shots as it was a shooting foul. First one is good. Curry now with 14 points. Hurtado sits down. So does Tellez. Marshawn Smith stays out on the court with Pardo. Second one coming from Kai Curry. In and out, pulled down by Nick Graves. We got a 2-point game with under a minute to go here from Hutchison Gym. Beavers feed it to Makai Morris. Makai feeds it underneath to Micah Johnston. Johnston goes up strong with the left hand, no good. Gets his own rebound, he's fouled. So Johnson, the guy, Zach, we've been saying is getting battered all day, goes in there strong, gets himself a good matchup, it looked like, and got his own rebound as fouled.
Yeah, I think he got fouled on the first one, but they called it on the second one. It doesn't matter. He'll take it either way.
Absolutely. Number 5, Lorenzo Pardo, called for the foul. That's his 3rd. So Johnston to the line. Mike averages 8. He has 10. He averages 4.5 rebounds. He's got a lot more than that in this game.
If you're American River, you need to know what defense you're going to be in, if he makes both, if he makes one, or he makes none. It's vastly different depending on that situation.
And that's off the back rim. Ben Tellez and Elijah Keys are coming in for Pardo and Smith.
Still no need to foul for the Beavers on a make or a miss.
44.4 left to go. Second one is going to be long as well. Pulled down by Moselle Wilson. Foul on Makai Morris. So, situation where maybe you didn't want to foul that quickly or at all.
Well, 44 seconds on the shot clock, or 44 seconds in the game, 30 on the shot clock. You did have a differential there that you could work with, 14 seconds and a timeout.
Curry coming to line. He will get 2 as both teams now with 10 team fouls.
If he makes both, you still do not need a 3 if you're American River. You just need a good look, the first good look at the basket.
14 points for Curry in this one. That one is off the back rim. Kobe Withrow Bass is going to come back in for Soto, which is,
I'm assuming, for the rebound.
He's going to come in for Morris. That's what I thought. You want to leave Soto in the three-pointer out there.
This rebound is the most important play of the game if it gets off the rim.
81-79. Swish for Curry. He makes 1 of 2, and looks like Marshawn Smith is going to come back in for Tellez. Beavers trail by 3, just under 40 seconds to go in this one.
Don't
Johnson
have to go for a 3
dribble
here.
around Smith, who's probably trying to speed up the Beavers, huh? Burgess, right side, drives on Curry, goes inside, lays it up off the board, good. And we're going to get a quick timeout from AR. So 24.9 to go. Burgess with a physical drive, which has been kind of like the password for the whole day.
Right.
Physical drives and maybe not called as the Coach Urban Anderson is out questioning the referee. But let's turn it, Zach, 82-81, 25 seconds. Obviously, you want to put pressure, maybe not get a foul right away, but eventually you'll have to.
Yeah, 25 seconds. You're going to deny the ball to get inbounds, make it hard for them to get it inbounds, and I would assume you're going to go for a turnover for the first few passes, at least until they get it into the front court, because they have to cross in 10 seconds anyway. So I would probably assume that you try to go for a steal initially, and then once they cross it and break the press, you wrap up as soon as you can.
Right, because even if you go ahead and give up the 2 free throws, you're still one possession away,
right,
theoretically, so you don't want to just foul right away.
No, you want to
yourself a chance.
You want to try for one of those tip passes in the run and jump, the double team, but as soon as they break it, you do foul. As soon as you look like you're not going to get a steal. I would say around 15 seconds is the very last time. You should probably start fouling once it hits 15 seconds.
All right, with 25 and a half to go, Mark DeFenimo here with you. Zach Lowe by my side. Stones McCoy behind the glass, running it, showing you the pictures of this one. Another great game here from Hutchison Gym.
Can't have a foul before it gets inbounded either, so.
Yeah, you don't want to grab a cutter or something like that and get the free throws. Curry taking his time, finally gets it into DJ Keys, and he is fouled right away. So Keys has not, that's DJ Evans, my bad on that. He has not scored so far today, so if you're going to put a guy at the line, I guess you put a guy who's cold at the line.
This is exactly right. A guy who doesn't know what the rim looks like from this angle. Hasn't stepped there, hasn't put his foot there.
It is a 2-shot foul. We will have Mozelle Wilson coming back in and also Pardo. First one is in, out, and rolls off. Hurtado comes out. So does Ben Telez. Looked like for a minute the Vikings were going to just try going with 6, which would have been kind of cool.
No timeouts for American River, so you need to know when you're going to go, if this is a make or a miss.
And 2 for the Vikings in case they need them. It's a great point. Next one is good. 2-point game, 20 seconds to go. Johnson with it. Morris left side. Mackay picks it up. Hands it off to Jay Burgess. Burgess working inside. Goes all the way to the hoop. Puts it up on the board and scores. Jay Burgess scores. 7 seconds to go. Timeout Vikings.
Beautiful take by Burgess. With 7 seconds left, it's a good time to put a shot up because if you miss, you give yourself time for an offensive rebound as well.
And they did show a little bit of patience there as well. I mean, 22 seconds, not a lot of time, but they had 3 or 4 passes in there. A couple of guys could have gone. They didn't, and they let Burgess go in there. And if somebody comes over to double, then I guess you've got a 3-point shooter. So it's a pretty good construction.
Right, and in those situations, you don't want to take – with 23 seconds, the knee-jerk reaction in your head, oh, we got to go, we got to go, we got to go.
Right.
But as I've said, 6 seconds, 7 seconds is an eternity. So 23 seconds probably feels like a millennium. So you could get a good shot out of that. And when you're down by 2 or down by 1, you want to shoot the ball with around 5 or 6 seconds on the clock, or like Burgess did with about 8, so that you give yourself time to grab an offensive rebound.
Mm-hmm.
If you do miss the shot, you don't want to shoot a buzzer beater down by 1 because then you can't try to tip it or grab it in.
So let's look at the other side now. Put yourself in the Vikings huddle with Coach Urban Anderson and the Vikings. We've seen a couple of things that what they've tried to do. What do you think they're going to try to do coming out here? 7 seconds to go, which, to your point, isn't a lot of time, but is actually a lot of time.
Yeah, they'll have enough time to dribble it up court and probably get 2, maybe 3 passes, depending on how many dribbles. I think they're going to get the ball to Kai Curry and get him downhill and try to make him make a decision. That's kind of what they've been doing here in the second half. Gotta be stuck on the Ben Telez shooter. Gotta be stuck on to Vincent Hurtado shooter as well.
Now you don't want to get a reach-in foul because any foul is 2 shots. So they get it in and they get it back to Curry and he comes down with 5 and he's going to the basket like you said, Zach. He feeds it over to Marshawn Smith, takes a 3 at the buzzer, no good, and that is going to be overtime. Great job by the Beavers. Zach, I don't think they could have done it any better.
No, and that's exactly what I thought they were going to do is get the ball to Kai Curry, and Tellez was setting the screen almost a little bit ahead of the three-point line, just getting him downhill.
Right.
Great defense. That takes a lot of communication and discipline by the Beavers.
And the key there, I would think, is getting Curry. So you talked about him going downhill. You get his momentum stopped, make him back up, and then he's got to dish a pass, and it's got to go backwards, and that was the key.
Right. As soon as you stop his initial momentum, I've been saying 7 seconds is a lot, but as soon as you stop his initial drive, drive, there's not a whole lot of those 7 seconds left. So that's great defense, and they had to chuck it up. I actually thought Smith had time to catch and shoot, but wonder if the internal clock was just a little bit faster than the clock on the scoreboard.
It is, Soto has 24. Burgess with 9 points in the second half. He has 16. Nick Graves had 10 in the second half. He has 15. Evan Burgess, 6 points for Kobe Withrow Bass, and 9 points for Makai Morris. Micah Johnson had 10 very hard points that he worked very hard for. Ben Telez has 18, hasn't scored in a while though. Elijah Keys with 16, and then Kai Curry has come up with, he hit 4-6 free throws. He has 15 as well. So we go 5 extra minutes. The Beavers with Graves, Soto, Makai Morris, Micah Johnson, and Jay Burgess. Ben Telez, Marshawn Smith, Kai Curry, Vincent Hurtado, and I believe on the other side is Elijah Keys. I can't see all the way past the referee, but that's what it looks like we've got. And we'll do 5 more minutes. It's been a great one. Graves goes up high and controls it to Burgess.
I want to see if American River sticks with this press that they were doing, or if they sink back now that it's a tie game.
Burgess looking for cutters. He's got Johnson underneath, lays it up and in.
I do not have the stat in front of me, but this is American River's first lead in
a while.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the technical term we use. Telez under control, feeds it out to Curry. He works hard on the baseline, spin move, and they're going to call a foul on Makai Morris.
It just looks like he's out of control there. I don't see it.
He's going to get 2 shots now in overtime. Both teams in the double bonus. Here comes DJ Evans in for Marshawn Smith, and that's 5 on Makai Morris. And that's a tough break. Here comes Kobe Withrow Bass. Morris played an excellent game. He had 9 points. So Kai Curry, who's been on the line for much of the second half, especially the second half of the second half, will take 2 free throws. First one's perfect.
Soto playing a little game with Curry on the line, saying he has shooter, saying how many free throws is there. I always love those mind games on the free throw line.
You were a talker. Curry nails them both. We're tied at 85, 4:30 to go in overtime. Burgess looking for the back door to Graves. Got it to him, and Nick lays it in.
Incredible pass by Burgess.
Incredible back door. Not a lot of room there. A very small window, as they say in the NFL, and the Beavers back up 2, and there goes Curry again. This time he gives it off to Keys. Elijah with a good control. Feeds it to Hurtado, and with 15 seconds on the shot clock, they will reset. Evans thinks about it from the left wing. Good job by Soto to stay with him. Now Soto staying with Curry. He takes a 15-footer. It's short, rolls around, and goes in.
Shooter's roll on that one.
We are tied under 4 minutes to go now. Curry with 19. Ivan Soto thought about it. Gives it back to Graves. Still 15 to go in the shot clock for the Beavers.
Still need player movement and ball movement.
Burgess drives it in, takes a 14-footer. It's short, rolls around. Johnston tries to get it. I think he's going to be called for a foul. Let's see what that is on Micah. That might be 4 on Micah Johnson. Let's see. It is. It's 4, as we've already had Morris foul out. 3:31 to go. It'll be 2 shots. Let's see. It's going to be Ben Telez taking them. 18 points, but hasn't hit a basket in a while. Micah Johnson talking to the referee. He's got a whole night full of grievances he is running in front of the ref. That time it looked like he came in and tried to grab it out of the hands of Telez, who nails his first free throw. Another great one from Hutchison Gym. This time it's the Beavers on the short end right now, 88-87.
Diablo Valley in the zone that last possession. I wonder if they'll go back. Coach is not too happy with his team's defense at the moment. And
his team up by 2.
Wonder if AR knows it's a zone yet. Don't look like it.
Soto takes a long 3. It's short. Withrow Bass goes up to try to get it. He does get it. What a pass. Graves kicks it left side, and they got a new shot clock. Graves will take a 3 and hit it. What a shot, Nick Graves. Another great three. He has 3 in the second half. He's got 15 in the second half, 20 for the game, and the Beavers are back up by 1, less than 3 to go. Keys with a very aggressive screen, and it's picked up by Johnson. He's going to go to the hoop, lays it up. Nice play by Kai Curry, a beautiful defensive play as he timed that one perfectly. And I think we got Tellez might have hurt his shoulder out here. So we're going to get a timeout momentarily here as Kai Curry recovered, Zach, on that one. A really good defensive play.
Yeah, Micah Johnson seems to think that he got clipped. I think that Johnson was worried about, like I said earlier in the first half, he's more worried about the contact than actually putting the ball in the hoop. And I think that's where, especially shorter guys, if you haven't got a foul all night, you're just always searching for some kind of contact.
Right.
Don't search for the contact. Just put the ball on the backboard. Contact will come.
Feeds it into Johnson. He has it. He's up against Pardo. Now he's got 3 guys on him. He gets it out to Graves, who saves it and throws it off Marshawn Smith.
I feel like I just saw a trapeze act.
Yeah, that was a tough one
by
right
the coach
there.
and Graves.
Well, Johnson had 1-on-1. All of a sudden he was 1-on-3, and he had to get rid of it. Graves, he got rid of it to Graves, who had to save it. 19 on the shot clock. Beavers lead by 1. We're going to get a foul, and it's going to be, I believe, on Marshawn Smith against Nick Graves.
This overtime is being called tighter than the first 40 minutes ever were.
Yeah. And it's a situation where both teams in the double bonus, so obviously it's huge because every foul is going to be 2 free throws for somebody. Graves going to the line. 20 points in the game. He has 2 shots here, and we have that one's a little bit too long. Beavers have missed a couple of free throws here in the second half and overtime.
Free throws get exponentially harder the longer the game goes.
And all these guys have been playing a lot of minutes and putting out a lot of energy. Graves' second one is perfect. He has 21. It's a 2-point lead, 2:40 to go, and the Beavers are pulling the pressure off a little bit. Now they have the 2-point lead, and maybe to your point, Zach, to save their legs a little bit. Curry guarded by Jay Burgess, 2 of the quickest players you'll see.
Very
stacked. Feeds it over to Pardo. Pardo drives it. Great job by Bass. What a job by Bass, and where's the foul on that? We're going to call it on 3. They're going to call it on Ivan Soto. So not Bass, who did a good job closing. It was Soto, who was trying to catch up with Curry, and he's called for the foul. And Curry will go back. Pardo will go to the line for 2.
If you're Bass there, I think he stepped up a little too aggressively and too far out. You just want to get yourself right outside the paint. You don't need to come and meet him all the way out there. You just want to get right outside the paint, outside the restricted area, and take a charge there.
2 shots for Pardo.
When the ref sees you aggressively sprinting from deep hole out to stop the drive, and then contact happens, it's almost never going to go your way.
First one is off, so second one, big rebound, as you pointed out earlier, Zach, big rebound on this one. But Pardo nails it. He's got 14. We're going to have an offensive foul on Johnston, and he is going to be out of the game. Tough call for Johnston as he's out of the game, and he is feeling he's the aggrieved party all night. And coming in is Evan Burgess. So Johnston, who's been a key component the entire game, is out.
I don't think there was any malice behind that. I think Johnson was just coming to get the ball.
Well, as you said, they've called it a little bit differently here in the second half and overtime, but doesn't matter. You got to play it the way it is. Good job by the Beavers defensively. They feed it inside to Keys. And Curry, 2:16 in the game, 14 on the shot clock. Curry going to take a 15-foot jumper, knocks it down. And the Beavers trail it by 1. Soto takes a 3. That's in and out. Pulled down by Keys.
Need to stop here if you're American River.
92-91.
They're going to spread it out, and they're going to go to a high ball screen. That's what their bread and butter has been.
Let's see if they call it on the – we're going to get a call on Smith for the foul on the screen, which is going to be an offensive foul. And I don't think the Beavers will not get shots. Ben Tellez is coming back in. Smith's third foul, and Coach Anderson not happy with Marshawn Smith. He will come out. Ben Tellez, who hasn't played a lot of defense in the last couple of minutes, will come back in. Beavers trail by 1.
The dirty secret about illegal screens is most of the time that's your guard's fault for not waiting until they're set up.
Jay Burgess. 15 on the shot clock. Beavers still have time. Evan Burgess hands to Jay. Jay with the turnaround jumper is blocked. That's good defense by Curry, I believe. And the Vikings take possession again. Beavers don't get a shot. And the Vikings have it coming down to a minute in the overtime. The Vikings lead by 1. Curry goes to the hoop. Gets himself some room. Knocked around by Graves. Picks it up. No, it's Soto that has it. Good defense by the Beavers that time.
Great defense.
And they've got 25 on the shot clock.
Diablo Valley's ran.
And the pass to the lazy one knocked away by Evans. Goes to the basket. Graves goes up to block it. Doesn't get it. And he's called for a foul. So maybe the first lazy pass by the Beavers today. And Evans with a tremendous steal. And Graves looked like he got a pretty good defensive play on that one. He is called for the personal foul.
Usually if it's a one-on-one fast break like that and the layup misses, they'll call a foul.
Mozelle Wilson's going to come back in. It didn't look like there was a lot of contact, but
the wind-up of the block always plays a part in the referee's vision. They see you rearing that hand all the way back, and then the layup misses. They just kind of assume.
Evans makes the first one. He'll have one more. 2-point lead for the Vikings. Make that 3.
Don't need a 3 here if you're American River. Still don't need a 3. Just need the best good shot that you get. The first good shot you get.
We're going to have a foul on the grab on a cutter, Nick Graves. I think it's foul. It's going to be on Mozelle Wilson. It is.
That's a gift from Diablo Valley. That's the worst thing you can do as your Diablo Valley in this situation.
Stops the clock and gives the Beavers a chance to put points up on the board. So that is a big one for the Beavers. So we'll go away with 37-4 left in overtime. Nick Graves coming to the line. It's the Vikings 94, the Beavers 91. You're watching ARC basketball on the Stones Radio Networks.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
.4 to go in overtime. Vikings lead at 94-91. Nick Graves going to the line for 2 shots for the Beavers. Graves was 16 in the second half, has 21. As you said, Zach, they have to have a contingency plan for whatever he does at the line here,
right.
0, 1, or 2.
Okay, down 2, 37 seconds, 30 on the shot clock. You still probably need to foul, but you could try for a steal. Down 1, I'd say the same thing. You don't have to foul right away.
Yeah.
But you do eventually have to foul. 7 seconds is not enough differential for you to run and get a good shot.
So you're trying to speed up the Vikings now. That's what you're trying to do again, because
Yes.
they hadn't pressed in a while, and now they are again. That's got to be 5 seconds. Yes, it is.
Beautiful defense by American River.
They're looking at 20 on the shot clock. Beavers ball. So they're really impressive defending against inbound passes. It's a really tough thing to do, and they're really good at it.
Diablo Valley, oddly enough, had their point guard, Kai Curry, inbounding the ball. So,
yeah. So it's a backcourt turnover, so they only get 20 seconds on the shot clock, even though it's a change of possession. A key inbound here for the Beavers. Evan Burgess gets it in. It's nicely knocked away by Pardo. Big play by Lorenzo Pardo. And the Beavers don't execute the inbound pass. Mozelle Wilson is going to be grabbed by Jay Burgess. So they took it away by playing good defense on the inbound and then didn't execute the pass themselves. Mozelle Wilson going to the line. Mozelle has scored 2 points in this game. He's been playing mostly defense for the Vikings. He'll have 2 shots. First one is perfect.
And that's tough to do. Cold coming in a tough, tight game at the end, making a free throw.
Both teams with one timeout remaining. His second one is off the rim, no good, and Kobe Withrow Bass pulls it down. 27 seconds. Shot clock is off. Beavers trail by 2.
No timeout for AR, letting their guys play.
And the pass is taken away by Pardo. Lays it up with the left hand and scores. So the Beavers' execution can't get the ball inbounds, and then when they get the ball back, they have a pass knocked away, and it's turned into a hoop by Pardo, but still 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Burgess going down. Soto takes a long three. It's going to be short. On the baseline, it'll be Vikings possession, 6.9 to go. So after 45 minutes of great basketball, Zach, it really came down to the Beavers unable to execute a little bit there in the last couple of seconds to give themselves. They gave themselves defensively every chance they could and couldn't make it work on the offensive end.
3 live ball turnovers in overtime.
6:09 to go. Pass inside to Lorenzo Pardo. He's grabbed by Evan Burgess. So he'll go to the line for 2. Pardo with a huge steal and layup. He's got 16 in the game. Beavers put themselves in position, which is exactly what they wanted to do, just couldn't get it done. And they got it done that second half coming from behind, forcing overtime.
Yeah, just lack of execution on the offensive end. Wonder if tired legs have anything to do with it.
Has to be, because remember, Johnston fouled out of this one, and so did Makai Morris. Free throw is good by Pardo. Elijah Keys comes in the game for Ben Telez, who will end the game with 20 points, but it's almost like we rarely saw him in the second half and overtime as he was in and out of the lineup. Pardo nails the free throw.
And you need a 3 right now for American River. Goes without saying.
Graves is going to just dribble it out, and that's the ball game. An overtime win, an excellent basketball game, a very entertaining game. Diablo Valley ends up winning it 99-93. Zach, we saw great effort by both teams, and at the end, the Vikings just had a little bit more, as you said.
There's something a little more left in the tank, yeah. A great game. The way the American River executed late, especially at the end of that second half, to get this game to overtime was amazing. They played it perfectly.
And defensively, they played excellently all night. Even though that team put up 99 points, they really went out there against a taller team. A team now that has improved to 7-5 in conference play. The Beavers fall to 6-7. So our final score from Hutchinson Gym in overtime is 99-93 in favor of Diablo Valley. For Mark the Phantom Lowe and Zach Lowe and Stones McCoy behind the glass, we thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.